Hey guys, welcome to the next part of my CD collection. This is the final part of the CD box, which shows all the rest of the Kiss related stuff I have, plus some other bands. So here we go. First up we have Kiss Cover to Cover, which is bands doing covers of songs that Kiss covered. So like it's got covers such as Kissin' Time, Any Way You Want It, 2000 Man, New York Groove, Tossin' and Turnin'. I like the version of New York Groove on here. And I like how it says God Gave Rock and Roll to You 3, so it's like the third version of it. When You Wish Upon a Star, that's kind of a weird one. Syntax Error. This came out in 2005, so it's a little more different than and obscure than Kiss My Ass. But still a very good album. I'll probably upload if it's not online already. This one's actually my brother's, but this is Paul Stanley, Face the Music, A Life Exposed. I know Paul Stanley's had a couple of autobiographies over the years. This is like the first one he did. It's an audiobook that's all read by Paul. And all the discs look pretty much the same, but I know I'm going to get people complaining, so I'll show them all. There's disc 1. Disc 2. I hate they're in these sleeves, but considering it's an audiobook, you know, usually kind of packaged cheaply for the cheap consumer. Here's disc 4. Here's disc 5. Here's disc 6. There's disc 6. There's disc 7. Disc 8. Disc 9. And disc 10. I believe that whole entire audiobook is on YouTube. So you can just listen to it as if Paul Stanley's having a conversation with you. Then we have Gene Simmons' second solo album called Asshole. You know, a lot of people, including Kiss fans themselves, talk a lot of crap about this album, but you know what? Here's the thing. And I'm going to be real truthful with you. This is just Gene Simmons having fun. It's not in no way in hell meant to be taken seriously. And I think that's the problem. A lot of people just really took this album seriously. And if you just turn your brain off and just like listen to some of the songs, it's not bad. It really is not. Some of the good songs, like it's got some humorous songs like Asshole, Black Tongue, If I Had a Gun, 1,000 Dreams, Beautiful. I mean, like I said, it's not like Gene's first album at all, and if you have that attitude towards it, then you're not going to like it, of course. But if you want to listen to an album that's a good time, then this is an album for you. My favorite track on here is Weapons of Mass Destruction, actually. That's a really good song. Sweet and Dirty Love, which I believe was a demo for Kiss. It has a Prodigy cover, Firestarter. I wish I had the dual disc edition that has like videos and stuff like that. Yeah. Here's Gene right there. with all lyrics. I believe Eric Singer and Bruce Kulick, and I think even Ace, I believe, actually do guest guitars on this album, or instruments, I should say. But yeah, I can't wait for Gene to make another album, hopefully one day, after Kiss kind of winds down. Next up we have another copy of Carnival of Souls. I believe this copy is actually autographed by Bruce Kulick, and it has Union pics taped to the case, and it's a promo copy. Basically the same thing. But yeah, I got that at Amoeba, and I asked someone who worked there, and like, we actually don't know who signed it. Then I kind of figured out it was Bruce. With the Union pics, it's kind of obvious. Alright, this is, believe it or not my first copy of this album. This is my second. But this is the very best of Kiss. This is the very first Kiss album I ever owned. Way back in 2007. And I love it. I think the track listing is really, really good. If you're really going to get into Kiss, this is where you should, in my opinion, where you should start. That's a really great shot in the back. Even though I know it's not the very first Kiss compilation. Yeah, Rock and Roll Night Live. This has stuff up until Lick It Up. And then they skip to Hot in the Shade. And then Revenge. And that's kind of where they end. This came out in 2002, so this comp wasn't even that old when I got it. That's another great shot. It's a 70s photo. Funny, when I first started listening to Kiss, I honestly thought they were a 90s band. Like, I didn't think they started in the 70s. I thought they started in the 90s. Like 93. I don't know why, but you learn. I still have my original copy somewhere, but I only just have the disc for it. And then you got Paul Stanley's solo album, Paul Stanley Live to Win. Got this at a record store. This is actually really good. I was actually genuinely surprised. I like the song Bulletproof. It's Not Me, Where Angels Dare. Live to Win, which was in a South Park episode. Lift, which is kind of like a alt-rock ballad, kind of. Well, not ballad, but you know what I mean. I wish Paul would... Well, actually, technically, Paul did another solo album after this, The Soul Station. But I don't have a copy of that. I need to get a copy of that. I like to get the One Live Kiss video, too. Or Sealed with a Kiss, or whatever the live video was for this tour. What is this? Oh! This is actually pretty rare. I got this at a yard sale somewhere. This is Kiss. This is a Blockbuster Music promo single that if you pre-ordered... What album was it? You Want the Best, You Got the Best? You got this for free. This has the Blockbuster greeting, and it has a live version of New York Groove. Inside it has a official Kiss thing in there, and I'll show you the disc. Back when Blockbuster was a thing. I got 2 copies of this album, but here we got Ace's album Anomaly. I don't have every... I have every Ace album except for, I think, 1. And 3 I don't even own on CD. This is Anomaly. This album took me a while to get used to, but still pretty good. Pain in the Neck. This was his first album in 20 years, so. It's a Great Life, it's pretty good. Foxy and Free. Fox on the Run, he does a cover of that. Genghis Khan. And if you fold it, I still don't know how to do this to this day, but if you fold it, you like fold it into a pyramid, but I'm not going to try to do that. Like, I know there's instructions and all, but just too much of a pain. The disc kind of looks like an alien. Yeah, there's the instructions. Did this come with a book? Yeah, it did come with a booklet. And there's another picture of Ace right there. Yeah, I still don't get it. There's a poster of Ace. And a little thing written by Ace. There's another picture of Ace right there. Here we go. There we go. Just slide that back in. And we also have the deluxe edition of Anomaly, re-released by E1, which is the label that Ace is signed to. And it has the 3 bonus tracks that were on, I believe, the iTunes release. You got Pain in the Neck slower version, Hard for Me, and The Return of Space Bear, which I believe was an iTunes exclusive. Pretty much the same album, although I recommend you get this one personally just for the bonus tracks, and it's not a hassle to keep. Just like the other box set kind of released, kind of like feeling like a mangled box set. That's the original cover. I like to get on vinyl too, but man, people want to offer it. Oh, that's a cool poster. Hold on, I'll show that. The autograph is printed, it's not actually signed. I wish it was. Also available, all those 3 albums which I'm about to show. And yes, I own both the versions of Space Invader, which you'll see. Okay. So here's the special edition, the deluxe edition of Space Invader, which has Give Me a Feeling, which I remember. This is the first Ace album in 5 years, and I remember the hype for this album was so real. I like this blurb. However, it happens. Space Ace has out-kissed Kiss. Hell, it may end up being the best Kiss album since Revenge. Axl Rosenberg. I wouldn't say it's the best Kiss album, but it's still a good album. I like the song Toys, Inside the Vortex, What Every Girl. I have this album on a cassette tape too, I converted. And he does a cover of The Joker. He does, it's got also the radio edits of Space Invader, Give Me a Feeling. And the originals are out on here. These are the only way you can get the original versions of both those tracks. The regular edition only has the radio edits. You got another picture of Ace. You got all the lyrics, album info. Got a nice little poster right there. I think it looks really cool. Yeah, it's a good album. I remember it's probably my favorite Ace album, next to the first solo album. And okay, my brother wanted me to go back because he was like, I was like, why should I get this regular edition? Because my brother was like, well, it's got a different cover art, so, you know, it looks cooler. So I was like, okay. So I went back to Best Buy, I think the next week or so, and I got a copy of the regular edition. And the hype sticker's slightly different. This one actually says, however it happened, Space Ace is out Kiss Kiss. This may be in the best Kiss album Kiss never recorded. So, slightly different blurb on the hype sticker. This one, however, is worth it because it actually came with the Ace pick. It says Space Invader on it. Back's a little different. Yeah, Give Me a Feeling radio edit. That's the only... The deluxe edition is the only way you can get the original. This edition just has the... Yeah. I put that pick in there. Can't wait for Ace's next album. I'm looking forward to it. Hold on a second, let me get this CD out. Alright. I think I kind of overpaid for this one, but looking back I think it's actually now kind of a sought after. But this is Eric Carr, Unfinished Business. There's a bunch of demos that Eric Carr recorded and songs that Eric recorded but were finished off later, years later, after he passed away. It's got some really cool stuff on here. Like it has Eric Carr's demo that he recorded when he auditioned for Kiss. It's got some stuff like that. Only get this if you're a die-hard Eric Carr fan or if you're a die-hard Kiss fan. He even has like a really early song, I Cry at Night, recorded in 1967. He was only 17 years old. It's interesting. And it's got like info about each track. I want to get the first Eric Carr album, Rockology or whatever. If I could get it for a good price. Unfinished Business. I think Eric Carr was just a brilliant drummer, in my opinion. Such a shame he passed so young. And then we have Ace Frehley Origins Volume 1. I think I have Origins Volume 2. I think I showed Origins Volume 2. Yeah, I believe I did in another video. This is Ace doing a bunch of covers of bands that he grew up with. So, is Spanish Castle Magic, Emerald, Wild Thing, Parasite, yeah, and he does Cold. Now the interesting thing about Parasite and Cold Gin is that those are tracks that Ace originally meant to sing when Kiss originally recorded those, and then years later he recorded them for this album, and Rock and Roll Hell as well. Which I don't even think Ace even recorded at all on... Yeah, he didn't. On Creatures of the Night. Another picture of Ace. This one folds into a huge poster. So let me get that. Yeah, there's Ace with his original spaceman costume. Some picture of Ace. I like that with the guitar right there. Yeah, this is really... I like his Origins albums, and from what I heard, he's actually planning on doing an Origins Volume 3, which I'm really looking forward to. See what other stuff he covers. I heard he likes doing them because they're relatively easy, because they're all covers, and I can see that. Next up we have AC/DC High Voltage. This is a reissue. I'd like to get the original Australian copy, because I know that was their first CD. But everyone knows AC/DC. I don't think I really need to explain. It's got TNT, Long Way to the Top. I mean, yeah. I remember burning a copy for this for my friend. He wanted to borrow it, but I was like, nope, I'm gonna give you a cup. Yeah, there, see, High Voltage, TNT. Those are the original Australian covers. My friends saw them live at the Black Ice tour many years ago. Said they were great. And I believe it. We got AC/DC with Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. This album was released in 1976, but didn't come out in America until '81. I like the song Rocker. Big Balls, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, There's Gotta Be Some Rockin', Ain't No Fun. I like how the back, they forgot to remove the censor bars for the people. All the lyrics. I have an original cassette copy my dad bought years ago. I'll show. I need to replace the case for this. It's broken, of course. Yeah, it's on Atco. I think the original was on Atlantic, or maybe an original also on Atco. Not sure. I know they were mostly signed to Atlantic, I believe. Just trying to look. Okay. You got Highway to Hell, 1979. Another good album. Beating Around the Bush. If You Want Blood, You Got It. I mean, with AC/DC, they're all really good. You know, Highway to Hell, Touch Too Much, Get It Hot. This is the last album with Bon Scott before he passed away. That's the American cover. That's the Australian cover. I like that cover a little bit better. Look at that picture, Angus throwing paint. There we go. Then we got Back in Black, first album with Malcolm. Malcolm? Oh no, Brian Johnson. Durr. Malcolm was in the band already. But yeah, this has Hell's Bells, Back in Black, of course. If you've heard the radio, you know this album, basically. You Shook Me All Night Long, Have a Drink on Me, Shoot to Thrill. This is the 2003 reissue. Here's the book, which is all in black and white. I don't have the most recent AC/DC album. I need to get it though. And then Rock or Bust, which I got this for Christmas one year. I like Rock or Bust, Play Ball, Hard Times, Emission Control. When did this come out? 2014. Wow, that's when I got this? Man, I've had it for a while now. This was the last AC/DC album before... Basically what happened was Brian retired for a little bit because he had hearing issues. Then he came back to the band, which I knew he would, you know. A lot of people think, oh, it was a permanent leave. No, I knew he was going to come back. This is the last... Was this the last album with... I think the last one was with Malcolm writing before he passed away. And then Phil Rudd came back, which, after his controversy, that's pretty surprising that he did. Next up, we got one of my favorite bands of all time, still to this very day, Static X, with Wisconsin Death Trip. A classic. Every song on this album is a masterpiece. Such a good album. Push It, Love Dump, Oxygolation, Sway of the Bud, Wisconsin Death Trip, the title track. I mean, jeez. I listened to this album so much. And I got a guitar pick. Oh, the 20-year anniversary, so I guess I put that in there. So there's the disc. It's just a sticker on there. On the inside. Yeah, if you haven't heard Static X, click off this video and go listen to Static X. Seriously, one of the best bands, in my opinion, ever. You won't regret it at all. Go check them out, for real. Alright, next up we have Machine, which is my third favorite album by Static X. This, although it's my favorite era. This is the original CD press from 2001. Has a little ad in there. Yeah, it is my favorite era of Static X. I like the songs Black and White, Cold, Otsego Undead, Get to the Gun is a really good opener. This is not. Interesting fact, Floyd, my cousin was actually at the This Is Not video shoot way back in 2001 at the Roxy. That was Tripp's one of his first shows. May have been his first. No, I think it was actually his second show. There's Wayne, may he rest in peace. Definitely a great CD. Then you got the third album, don't have the slipcover, but whatever. Shadow Zone, my favorite Static X album. A lot of people didn't really care about this album, but you know what? I do. It's got some heavy, heavy songs. Destroy All, Kill Your Idols, Shadow Zone, Monster, of course The Only, that was the hit. So, it has the DVD, which has like them hanging out and answering fan questions and behind the scenes, a live performance from Vegas that year, 2003. Here's the Exposed DVD. The whole band. Josh Freese from A Perfect Circle played on this album, but Nick was pictured on it. The following album would be his first album, which is actually this one. Well, after this. This is a compilation. This is Beneath Between Beyond, which is a compilation of like B-sides and rarities that were on soundtracks and singles. I Like Anything But This, SOM, Head, So Real, has demos too. Got Burning Inside, which is a Ministry cover. Gimme Gimme Shock Treatment, Ramones cover. Get to the Gone, New Pain, Otsego Electric. It's a good compilation. I wish they had released it on vinyl. There's the inside. Yeah, it's a promotional copy. Definitely a must-have if you're a Static X fan. Pick up that CD. This is the first album that Nick drummed on, and it's, even though Koichi is pictured on it, Tripp had left by this point, but he did all the guitars on this album. This is my second favorite album. The Enemy, Start a War, Skinny Man, Set It Off, Night Terrors. Some good stuff right here. What sucks is you could barely find any recordings of any live shows from this era. Security must have been tight then, I don't know. Yeah, it's just super heavy. And super catchy too. Highly recommend it. And of course, you gotta get the 2-pack version with the X-rated DVD, which has like behind the scenes footage for them recording the album, some live performances which are actually recorded from the soundboard, unlike the other one where it was just like footage replaced with the album versions of the tracks. Isn't really much of a difference with the booklet, except it's got some additional pictures like that. Let me tell you, I miss Wayne. He really was a great vocalist. Miss him a lot. Static X, there's the DVD. Yeah, Static X are just a collectible band. I like getting all their stuff. They got Cannibal, which is the first return of Koichi fully. I like this album. I like Chemical Logic. You could tell Wayne's vocals are a little rougher here. I like the song Cannibal, Destroyer, Chromomatic. Electric Pulse is a really good track. I know they played Ozfest during this tour. There's Wayne, Tony, Koichi. Destroyer, of course, that's a good song. And of course you have to get the live DVD that came out. Cannibal Killers Live. This is actually pretty hard to find now. I got this at Amoeba Music for like 20 bucks. And it has a CD version of the show. Excuse me. I like the live version of Behemoth and The Enemy. Great live album. Cannibal Killers Live. There's the DVD. There's the CD. Recorded, I believe, in Washington, 2007. Yeah, Spokane. They were amazing, from what I heard live. I've never seen them live. We got the last album. I showed like 2 copies of this album, so I don't really need to go too much on but it's the regular edition. Yeah, nothing too special about it. I already talked about it, but if you want me to recommend a song, Hyper or Terminal. And that's it for the Static X stuff I have. We got Tenacious D with the self-titled. This is the original press with the babies in the pentagram before they airbrushed it out. Yeah, there's the disc. Really good, funny album. I like the song Kielbasa, Explosivo, Friendship, Karate, Double Team. I love Tenacious D. Another one of my favorite bands. Me and my brother used to listen to the songs all the time. There's Jack chasing Kyle, KG. Then you got the soundtrack, or really soundtrack / second album, Tenacious D. This is the Pick of Destiny. Funny enough, when I got this at FYE, I got it, and right when I bought it, some guy was asking for Tenacious D, and I bought the last copy. So I thought that was kind of funny. It has the limited 3D cover. I like the song Master Exploder. Dude, I Totally Miss You. Beelzebub Boss. POD. The Metal. That was on Guitar Hero 3, I believe. It's just a lenticular cover, nothing different. I like the movie Pick of Destiny, it's really good. I like the pictures. I wish they would do a true sequel, but hopefully one day. Then we have Rise of the Phoenix, 2012. Good album. Like the songs Roadie, Low Hanging Fruit, Rock is Dead, To Be the Best. This is the regular edition. I'm trying to think if there's any different. Yeah. Here's the disc. That's a good one. I remember when that came out too. They got the Deluxe edition, which has 2 tracks, Quantum Leap, which is a good song, Rivers of Brown, and the DVD, which has the Low Hanging Fruit, Rock is Dead, and Roadie videos. I'll show the DVD because I'm almost out of time. Tasty Nuggets. Taking those little dinges in the book, but yeah. We got Aerosmith's Greatest Hits, 1975 or 78. It's got all their hits: Sweet Emotion, Walk This Way, Last Child, Come Together, which is a Beatles cover. I have the cassette version because my dad owned it. For many years. Yeah, good album. There's better Aerosmith comps out there though. Here we have Foo Fighters' Greatest Hits. This is the one with the DVD. I put the DVD and the CD in separate ones because they were in these sleeves. So it's just got pictures. I have the DVD separately. Finally, Black Sabbath's Greatest Hits, 1970-1978. It's all the hits from the Ozzy era. Great compilation if you're into Sabbath. Story about that. They're very crosses. Anyway, that's that part of the CD collection. Thanks for watching, and we'll get to the first shelf. Bye.